What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for checking out the channel. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button, you hit the subscribe button, you hit the notify button, where we're always dropping new Toyota Tacoma content. Yes. So we got my third gen, and we got my brother-in-law. He got his second gen, and this is a beauty. You want reliability? You get one of these right here. Let's see if he's open. It's locked. It's always locked. So I've been looking at these, you guys, and I think this truck is wider. I mean, everything about this truck is wider. Like these right here, look. You can tell. It's wider, and even the back looks bigger. And you get two, look, you got like 3 cubby holes. They got all types of cubby holes in this joint. You got this, and you got the power outlet. You got the rear slider, which appears to be wider as well. And this is the SR5. And this got like over 100-something thousand miles on it. And let's see what size he's rocking. I like his open country mud terrains. These are really, really nice. So it's got the Toyo MTs, and he's on 265 75 16. So we're actually on the same size wheels and tires. And yeah, we're down here at the coast. We're back at the coast, but this time we're down in where are we at? We're in Pacific City. So actually the dunes are here, so we might take a little trip over to the dunes. But yeah, just 2 beautiful Tacomas on a lovely day. Thanks for all the love and support, you guys, checking out the channel. But yeah, I really do like the second gens. I remember at first when I first got my third gen, because this is my third gen, I really wasn't a fan. But then after going back and seeing kind of how I fell in love with Tacomas, I believe one of the trucks that I fell in love with was actually a second generation Tacoma. But the guy had it so built up. You can find it on, I think on like Tacoma Beast or something like that. But he had it so built up and so hooked up. Like you can do really, really nice lights. You can do aftermarket lights for these. Well, my brother-in-law, when he comes back down, I'm gonna ask him. Oh, they already left me. They didn't want to hear the video. They didn't want to hear me bore them to death. Like I just bore you guys to death for a minute. But I've been wanting to do this for a minute. So like I was saying, so even, it just seems wider to me. Like if you look here, the fender flares here, you can tell where, like this is the fender flare here, and then you can tell right here, it's basically the same thing. But then they just got the skinnier ones right here. But all that is basically the same, because when we were looking up top, even the bed, the 5-foot bed looks a little bit bigger. Let me go see mine. It just looks a little bit wider for whatever reason. I think they just kind of made it smaller. And he was just like, he couldn't believe that, you know, some of these trucks, you know, the 4th generation, no knock to my 4th generation fans out there. I know you guys just bought your new fancy trucks, but some of them just don't have a power sliding window. And it's just like Toyota just went the cheap route, you know. And, you know, we just don't understand it. I mean, it's a lot of hate going towards the 4th generation, probably just like there was, you know, going towards the 3rd generation. But basically what they've been doing is just dumbing us down, you know, slowly but surely, because this is a 4.0 and that's a 3.5. And what I will say is it's not about the EPA. So word on the streets is that Toyota is just, they didn't have to do a 4-cylinder. They did it to get money from the government, basically. They'll get paid a certain amount of money, or they'll get certain kind of tax breaks. We all know about those good old tax breaks, right? So if they were to do 4 cylinders, if they were to go ahead and get in line with whatever the government's telling them to do, they would save money. But they could have just said, hey, you know what? We don't care about your money and your incentives. We'll just go ahead and keep on making V6s, naturally aspirated. So I don't know what's going on, why we got hit with turbochargers, but turbocharged engines, because most people just don't want them. You know, it just sounds like it's a lot of work. Like my brother-in-law, he's had several Subarus, you know, the fast ones, you know, and motors blowing up at 17,000 miles. So it's just a lot. I like the new Tacoma. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, we can't go back in time. You know, we don't have a time machine. You know, they might be working on one with all the technology and everything I've been watching on 60 Minutes and all this AI and all the trying to split atoms and fuse atoms and fusion and all that stuff. It's a crazy world we're living in now, guys, but I ain't gonna get political. Let's just keep it on these trucks, because I'm not a scientist or a biologist or engineer or any of that stuff, but it kind of all plays into that thing. So we'll see. But you know, you get the hybrid, so you got an electric motor on the new one, on the TRD Pro at least, and then on the new Land Cruiser. So, but these are the old school trucks, and they're just beautiful. I don't even got my I don't got my selfie stick or anything like that today. It's in the truck, but I just wanted to get this truck. Really, I just wanted to get his truck on here, and I'll put in the description. He got this truck for a really good deal. He paid a little over 10, I believe, for this truck, and it's got over 100-some thousand miles on it. And he's the second owner, so he purchased it from a one owner, so he's the second owner, and that's awesome. Over 100-something thousand miles, and he's the second owner. So like, if you guys looked at the FJ Cruiser video, please look at it, because nobody else is looking at it. But yeah, I was just kind of like, I didn't really know much about the FJ Cruiser. Kind of like this. I know this has the 4.0, but this is the SR5, the V6. And I'm pretty sure it's a 4x4. He said he had some other stickers on it or something. Something came off of it or whatever. But like I said, I just didn't get it. I got into Tacomas. So I'm excited again, so I'm stuttering. I got into Tacomas in 2022. So, you know, but back to what I was saying on Tacoma Beast. But this guy had this thing lifted. He had it completely hooked up, modded up like I've never seen before. Like, I mean, the thing looked badass. He had it probably like on a 6-inch lift, I think. It was a 4 or 6-inch lift, but it was super nice. It was white, and he basically had it looking just like a third gen. So however he did that, and he had all the cool lights. He did a bunch of custom stuff. He put a lot of money into it. I guess he had bought the truck brand new. And like, I came across that video, and it's probably got like 1 million views, I think. So you guys could find it, but it's a really, really nice truck. But he just did a lot of custom work to it. He really, like, on those new lights that they got, he like painted on the inside. He did a bunch of stuff. So that's just all the stuff you can do with these trucks. And I just seen somebody with a Pro, and they had their whole overland thing set up. It had everything on it. He looked at my truck like, bro, you faking the funk. Like, you know, he had everything. He had gas tanks. He had fifth wheels. He had lights. He had cameras. He had everything, you know. He had bull bars. He had winches. He was ready to go. You know, he was ready to do his full overland thing. You know, I'm like a little pavement princess, a little light trail, but we're going to get a lift on this baby. We are going to get a lift, Lord willing. But I want to lift her up and put some 285s on it. You know, I'm going to put the Westcott lift. It's basically like a collar lift. And the Westcott, you know, if it's done right, you know, people are happy with them. But you can go to certain places and they might not get you right. And people complain about the ride quality, but I have a buddy who's got one, and he hasn't have any complaints on it, and most people don't. So I know some people do. It just doesn't work for them, and because I don't want to mess with the suspension. I got Fox suspension in this bad boy, and I wonder what they got on this. Let's take a peek underneath here and see. Let's take a little peek. It looks like the regular upper control arms. They look similar to the ones that's on the third gen. The ones on the third gen look a little bit different, beefier maybe, but or at least that upper part is a little bit different. Like I said, this truck's got over 100-some thousand miles, closer to 200,000. It might be 200,000. I'll put it in the description when it's all over, said and done with. But basically the same doors too. It's basically the same doors. And what I'll do is I'll go up top, and I'll show you guys from up top what they look like from up top. But I think his window is wider. Like, that back window is wider. So, you know, you got to spend like $50-something thousand to get a back window on the Tacoma. And he's like, yeah, this came in handy when he was like, he had to put something through the back and going through the, you know, the truck bed. So they just ripped us off, and I'm kind of upset with Toyota. You know, I mean, I love the new truck. I love my truck, but you guys the prices got to come down. You know, people are like, oh yeah, you're going to get a vertical window. No, you're not going to get a window at all. And you ain't going to get no integrated turn signals. We're not going to go bad on this, but I'm going to go show you guys up top, because I think showing you guys up top. So this is our little, let's say we down at Pacific City. Oops, I don't know where the hell I'm going. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. I swear I came down a different way. Well, I'll take you guys up here. Okay, this is how I came. We must have came down this way. This is a nice little place over here at the coast, at the beach. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I'm squeaking. I call these my Bob Marleys, but these are my Janowskis. So look, so when you're looking up top, make it bigger. So you look up top right here, besides my sunroof and the hood scoop, but you see how the window appears to be wider? We got basically new lights in the back. Those are probably LED. They look pretty nice. And then of course we got the fin. But that's gonna do it, guys. Thanks for checking out the channel. Have a good day and God bless. I will do a better review later on. Have a good day. God bless. Have a great week.